Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, go to BREELnetwork.com. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome everybody to Movie Guys Podcast. Tonight we're talking about Kingsman and the Golden Circle. I am Jordan along here with Eric and Ed. How are you guys doing tonight?
Dandy.
I'm dandy.
I was trying to find a British word, but I couldn't in that short of time. So
I
feel like you can't say it as how would he put it? So as succinctly as
correct.
as Colin, yeah, as a gentleman.
Not very. Yes. Not very gentleman of you there, Ed.
Which is pretty embarrassing. Sorry, guys. Sorry to ruin the show.
You did. Nobody's listening to the show right now. They're like, okay, well, the fumbling noise. I'm done. I'm moving on to the next episode. It's all your fault. Hey, no, I'm sorry. It's not your fault, bro. It's not your fault.
Getting back to the Kingsman.
Okay.
Yes, tonight we're talking about a Kingsman, a sequel that I knew that was on the schedule because, well, I make the schedule, but I had no idea was even. I didn't know anything about the original Kingsman. I remember hearing about the original Kingsman before, but I didn't know much about it, and I was like, oh, that looks like a ripoff of Bond.
Wait a second. So you knew nothing about this franchise or anything, and yet you put it on the schedule?
Well, yeah, because what I did is a little behind the scenes here, Note fans, is that I go to Rotten Tomatoes every month, and it tells me what the biggest movies are being released for the month. And Kingsman: The Golden Circle is supposed to be like a pretty big movie this month. And the past month previous, every movie that we went to go review, this trailer always played.
Well,
of course.
I'll tell you. You know what? I'll tell you what. In preparation, I watched the first one, and I just enjoyed it. Like, I mean, the way that the action sequence was, and the way that the first one is done, I enjoyed it very much. What I really enjoyed about the whole attitude of the gentlemanly image is their fashion sense. It's very sharp and very keen. Everyone enjoys it. It's very pleasing to the eye type thing, and it's just a good detail when they talk about it as if it were kind of a part of their everyday life. You know, their cultured kind of intellect allows them to know the different fashions of the custom cinch and the fit over here and the boot and the belt and all that shit. Obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but but they do a lot better. And I really enjoy things that do this. Yeah, I recently watched an anime called Neo Yoki or whatever the hell, the Jaden Smith one on Netflix, and they did the same thing where they're doing like a fashion sense type thing, and it seems to have quite a drawing, these new trends of people making it all about fashion in their shows.
Well, see, the thing is that I never seen the first one until last week, and I really enjoyed it up until actually I did. Okay, so I just completely screwed that up. Now I'm at number 2. What I meant to say was I was lukewarm with the original movie until Colin Firth goes absolutely berserk in the racist church in the first movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Wait a minute, this looks like Kick-Ass. Oh, this is the guy that directed Kick-Ass. Got it. So then I started to really like the movie. So after seeing the first movie, I was hyped to go see this one. Doesn't seem like America agrees with that, but yeah, Ed, how about yourself, man? Are you a big Kingsman fan?
Yeah, I loved the first movie. Like, it was. I mean, it wasn't anything innovative other than like the fight scenes were really awesome, but I don't want to say that that's innovative. It was like the first one was kind of was a lot more nonstop. This one had a lot more build to it. There's no real story development, and the story was just fucking awful. But the second half of the movie,
There's a lot of loopholes.
I loved the second half of the movie. I'm just enjoying it, sitting there eating my popcorn, chomping on it, and I'm loving the action. Like the non-realistic kind of shit, like first of all, you got a lightsaber lasso that just cuts a hole in the thing, and then he shoots out a fucking American flag parachute. That was cool. It was awesome. It was absolutely against the flag code, which is a huge thing, this last couple of weeks. But still, it's just the concept, same concept. I just enjoyed watching it. Like I enjoyed this franchise. I just absolutely I have no problems with it. I mean, it's if you go into it thinking you're getting a Bond level story, you're wrong. I mean, that's just not what this series is, and that's why America probably isn't a huge fan because it's too fancy for their liking. I mean, it's not as story driven as like Bond is.
Sure. No, I mean, I was really shocked and I was happy with the first movie. This movie, though, however, I mean, they're gonna make their money back. Right now, their budget is 104 million, and they grossed 100 million. So that's not bad.
Good.
But
I would see a 3. Honestly, I'm down, dude. I'm down with Kingsman.
well, okay,
Yeah.
guys. Well, I gotta tell you this real quick, guys. The budget for the first movie was 94 million, and it grossed 414 million.
Damn.
In the first one,
The first
Oh,
movie.
that profit margin probably not going to be as much. Well, we'll see. I'm
Yeah,
hoping, but I
we'll
think
see. Yeah,
it could maybe get there worldwide.
well, and you
Maybe.
got to think probably the additional money went to Elton John, who was incredible in this movie. It was perfect, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Which of course we'll get into much later because
Yeah.
we're going to talk about our non-spoiler review of the movie. But yeah, the theater experience was very lukewarm. Not a lot of people, and that's probably because I went on a Tuesday evening in the country. But there's like 5 people there, so I kind of felt like I was by myself. So that made me enjoy the movie more. Did you guys have a lot of audience members there? Were they at all even excited or
Yeah. Packed house. I sat next to 2 teenage
packed?
girls that were having too much fun.
Did you go with your mom or dad this time, like you always do, typically, or?
No, I just went by myself. I went during the day. It was Tuesday in the day, and whatever the hell. And I just right next to me there's two bopper girls, I guess, and they were just
Nice.
having lady boners over what's his name?
Eggsy?
Yeah, Taron Egerton. Is that his name?
Yeah.
And well, just pretty much any guy there. So they
Really,
they were
a
about it.
packed house. A packed house. Wow, I'm shocked. Ed, what
Was it
about you,
wasn't
man?
like
Did you have a packed house?
wasn't like seat to seat, but it was a good turnout.
I'm shocked.
It was literally just me and my one buddy who I convinced to go with me because he was bored. I
Yep.
mean, that was it. I mean, it was just a giant. It was basically like sitting in my living room. The difference is I didn't have a beer in my hand.
Yep.
Well, because your buddy Jordan's not there. We would have snuck in the
That's
beers.
true. That's true. We
With-
we may or may not have procured some refreshments in previous viewings of films.
Was it the same theater that you saw? It was the same theater that we saw King Kong in?
Yeah, same
Really?
theater.
Nobody
I don't know if it was the
nobody-
same room, but it was the same. It was the same theater. Yeah.
So
Nobody there.
this
Wow.
is loosely based on the comic book series published by Marvel under their Icon Comics imprint.
Yeah, wait a minute, though. This says Marv
Secret
Films.
Service.
What?
No,
what
no.
is-
This is published by Marvel. So this is made by Icon Comics.
Okay.
Is that what that is? But it's just owned. This is under the Marvel umbrella.
So what's Marv Films then? Nothing?
Is that Marv? I don't know. I can't speak for that because I'm not
Okay.
looking that hard into it.
Okay, I was just curious what Marv, because there was a big Marv Films logo on top. Let me see here. Marv Films has made Kick-Ass, Kick-Ass 2, the
So it's the
Kingsman
director, the
franchise.
guy who directed the movie.
Yeah, is that it's yeah, Matt Vaughn.
Oh, then also Fantastic Four they produced.
Ew.
Well, that. Wait a minute. You just brought him a little bit down a level.
Boo, Wendy Testerberger. Boo.
Whatever. It's not his fault. It's hard. Listen, they've done it. It's hard to make a Fantastic Four movie, and it's to the point right now where it sucks because you can't make another one to redo it. Okay, well no, we're digressing. Back down to King.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do it. So so pretty much the movie opens up. A year has totally passed, and the Kingsman organization, saved the world from Samuel L. Jackson's awesome lisp, uh, which I did some research, and the reason why he had a lisp in the film is because in real life Samuel L. Jackson grew up with a lisp, and he took some classes and he got rid of it, and then when they were shooting the first movie, this is a very quick story, he started to act with the lisp. And Matthew Vaughn said, "What are you doing?" And Samuel Jackson said, "Well, we're making a Bond movie, right? Every Bond villain has something wrong with them, so I have a lisp. Roll camera."
Damn.
He told Matt, so that's why he has it.
You said roll camera?
He said, "Roll camera." you don't ask Sam Jackson.
yeah, he's got it. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
About had it with this motherfucking lisp in this motherfucking movie.
God, if I had a beer every time. So the beginning of this movie opens like a very typical Bond film, right? Like this is what's Eggsy doing on his previous adventure before we get to the big story, right? I mean, this is pretty much Bond territory now, right, guys?
Yeah. The way this movie starts, you mean?
Yeah, just the way it starts. Like every Bond movie, we always catch up with Bond at the end of his last adventure that we saw off camera.
In his British taxi with drift mode.
Yeah. A drift.
Well,
Wow,
it would be. It was a year later.
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a year. It was 1 year later, and because he was because he's of his living situation too. Are we talking about?
He's got a princess girlfriend.
Are we doing spoilers now?
Well, yeah, I guess we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like how when every Bond movie opens up, we always, in the beginning, before the opening credits, Bond's always at some tail end at some adventure. And the beginning of this movie is years later has passed since the first movie, and we see Eggsy going through everything, and we have, henchmen and a car chase across London, and then boom, you know what I mean? Like we get into the movie. Like I'm just comparing it to Bond because clearly this is, Bond.
Well, I mean, it's just a British spy movie. It doesn't mean it's Bond.
No, but the way this is,
I mean, obviously influences, but I mean, still, it's done in a more whimsical way or playful way. And I wouldn't say whimsical, but it's done in I don't know, just a more kind of modern. Doesn't take itself seriously. It's all about that action, buddy. It's not about the whodunit and the politics and the character depth. It's just like, here, give me the gun, let's fucking shoot.
Sure. Well, I'm not gonna say the big bad.
It was about that action, son. That's why we all went to go see it. Because that first one, like that church scene, it was real cool, and even the bar fight scenes were pretty cool.
They were. Were you guys surprised to see Charlie back? The dickhead, the blonde guy from Karate Kid guy back. In this movie.
You mean Mortal Kombat Jax?
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
With the cybernetic arm, or
yeah.
If you want to go more modern, you would say Winter Soldier. Come on now, you're making us look old.
I'm sorry, I made a Mortal Kombat reference. Wow. Jesus Christ!
It is a very trendy thing to have, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, it reminds me of who's that? Is that Chris from? What video game? Doesn't matter.
Why does Charlie have a cybernetic arm? He didn't lose his arm in the.
They explain it, that when he electrocuted him, it didn't blow up his head. It made him, when they electrocuted him, it blew off his arm instead.
I know that. God
like I said,
damn it.
Stupid fucking story. The story is retarded in this movie.
No, it's not. Okay,
it's
look, it's
horrible.
Not. It's not that retarded.
Blue rash when you smoke weed. Really, like fucking Julianne Moore is a drug kingpin, queenpin.
I don't know.
And yeah, and who lives on a fucking top of a mountain in like the Philippines.
Oh, here it is. Here I'm thinking of Nathan Spencer from Bionic Commando. He has an arm just like that too. That's nice. That didn't mean shit, everybody. I'm continue, please. I apologize for everything.
My favorite character in the
You have
first
some
movie,
blue rash right now, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You kidding me? I would have. I would have been
You're,
dancing
you're
a
gonna
long time ago, boys.
you're gonna start dancing erratically now here shortly.
That was, by the way, maybe a highlight of the movie is Channing Tatum dancing. And here are the things is that I didn't mind it because again this is like they have something like where Julianne Moore is really playing, really enjoying playing Poppy. It seemed. Uh,
Yeah.
she's like she really slipped into like a character she's just been holding on to for a while. Anyway,
A crazy Harvard businesswoman who's a drug queenpin of the world and grosses $250 billion a year, and then Donald fucking Trump is the president of the United States and wants to kill all the drug addicts.
that was actually pretty dope. I liked that where he wasn't just like, oh, we gotta, it's like, no, no, no. He's like, no, fuck him.
He's like, fuck them, they're lawbreakers. And then
Yeah.
his chief of staff or whoever has blue rash. And she's like, I work 20-hour days for you 7 days a week. The only way I can get through it is chemically induced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's just like, yeah, just
I
like
want
the
to.
rest
I
of
want to
us,
go to my
honey.
boss and say that.
Were you guys upset like I was? Because my favorite character in the last movie was Roxy, and she just gets blown up.
Yeah, what the
When-
fuck, man?
I loved Roxy. I thought she was
Where the hell
great
did
in the.
that come from? Yeah, we didn't need to blow up that ass. Come on, please. And there's a few of the deaths too where it is swing, and we'll get to it later on. But the other death I'm talking about, like what the fuck, man? That could have been completely avoided.
I know, right? I was so disappointed. I mean, since we're talking about the Roxy death, I was just so upset because she was a fun character, and I liked the fact that she got over her fear of heights and everything, and I just really liked her. Plus, she was hot.
Anyway, well, when you're talking about Charlie, going back to
Yeah.
that, I just wanted to say that I was actually on board with that of how they brought him back, where the electric shocked the receptor that was they were shocked the implant. That's how he lived. He gets up, yada yada. Fine, I'm on board, type thing.
Sure.
So for him to come back
I-
is pretty cool.
I will say this though, fucking, you get shot in the head, and there's a cold compress that has blue and red goo in it that stops you from dying.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid, which is how they bring Harry back.
Yeah, I have a question about that because it may enclose the wound, but like his heart is already stopped.
Did his heart
Yeah,
stop?
there's a giant hole in his fucking head, and your brain, like, stops working. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a neurosurgeon. But all of my inkling says that is not possible.
Yeah,
I could be
God.
wrong, but, like, I'm just saying.
Doesn't matter though.
well,
No, it
fucking-
doesn't. It doesn't.
No, I mean, like, I'm serious. I mean, it doesn't matter because here's the thing.
Yeah,
Clearly,
yeah, it
Colin
kind of
Firth
does,
was
man.
the star.
Like that dude. I mean, like that's a death, man. That's a death.
And it
It was-
ruined the most shocking moment, the most unique moment from the first one. Because you didn't think Sam Jackson was going to shoot the dude in the head. Like, you thought somehow, some way, he's going to get out of it, like it's any other typical movie. So that was the big shock from the first one, was that he's dead. Like, you got shot
Well.
in the eyeball.
Yeah.
And it's now all of a sudden he's a butterfly lover in
You know what
some
I-
whiskey
Yeah.
in some whiskey distillery in Kentucky.
You know what I really, really loved? When I was watching this, I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, so Colin Firth is Samuel L. Jackson from Men in Black 2.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what they're doing, right? He has amnesia and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Look, I get what you're saying, but the reason why I'm just saying that it's not that big of a deal to me because clearly he was the star in the last movie.
I mean, Tommy
They
Lee
did not-
Jones.
You know what I mean? Like, they needed to, like, bring him back. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
fine with them bringing him back.
I would have been
I'm fine
more
with it.
convinced with a clone than I would have been being shot in the eyeball and coming back because fucking from X-Men saved you with a cold compress.
You know what? A clone probably would have been even better, to be honest with you. Why not? Because we got Donald Trump, we got Julian Moore, we got War on Drugs. Why not? And
Yeah,
Elton John-
I will say this: this is the first movie to take on the war on drugs in a long time.
I was just surprised that I had Elton John in this movie.
Elton John's the best part of the whole movie. Like, depressed Elton John is going to be the best meme of the year because he's sitting there all sad and dejected when he's singing, and Julianne Moore's like, wait a minute, who'd you party with? Because he's got blue rash, and he's all sad and depressed because he got caught smoking weed with Angel. And then the scene right after that when she makes her big reveal and gets on every television station in the United States and threatens the president, and it's apparently live TV, and then Elton John gets the antidote, and like he's behind her in the little glass case and is screaming at the doctor.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. It was hilarious.
Get the fuck out of my room.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my room, you cunt. What the fuck did you do to me, you bitch? Like, that was hilarious. Fucking hilarious.
So I mean, clearly this movie has some good points then, because Ed, you're giggling like a little schoolgirl here.
I couldn't possibly love this movie anymore for what it is. I mean, it's not The Godfather, but like I thoroughly enjoyed the film in its entirety. Even though the first half of the movie sucked, the story sucked, but like they made up for it with really funny stuff. And they made fun of themselves because they knew that the story was going to be stupid. So, like, everybody that smokes weed got a blue rash and then danced uncontrollably. Like, it was like that. They made fun of themselves. I'm totally okay with a movie making fun of itself like that.
So my question is, why are you so giggly about and saying that it's so bad about the blue hash and everything? But it's okay for Sam Jackson to make everybody into murderous idiots through a SIM card from the last one.
No. I mean, it's not okay, but like, this movie. If you take this series, if you take this series seriously, then you're gonna have a bad time. But you know what I mean? It's not that. A film is a film and a movie's a movie. There's two separate things. It doesn't even attempt to be an artistic film. It doesn't attempt, other than the fight scenes, but like it doesn't attempt to be really innovative. It's just it's a movie. It's entertainment. This was something you go to see and you enjoy it. And it's a guy flick. It's a mindless guy flick. Like I screamed at you the other day, like the last episode, for making fun of Die Hard. Die Hard's the same thing for me. It's a mindless guy flick that you can watch where the story doesn't matter and you can just get engulfed in it and forget about all the bullshit that you got going on with work, with significant others, with everything. It's just the phrase mindless guy flick is the only thing I can think of. And that's why I love it, because it makes fun of itself. And you enjoy the fact that it's making fun of itself.
Okay, no, that's valid. I'm just saying, it was just an honest question about it. I mean, like, overall, the Golden Circle, it's I don't got a lot of talk about it because it is just that it's that stupid guy flick to where, I'm like, oh, okay, it wasn't nothing that was leaving the theater going, oh, okay, well, this is cool. I wasn't really impressed.
You had to finger bang a girl to put a tracker in him. Inside of her. Like, that was hilarious. I mean, it's obviously incredibly offensive, and I apologize for all our female listeners, but like, as a man, that was not a locker room joke. That was not a grab her by the you-know-what joke. It was just like a stupid guy thing that you had a tiny little condom with a tracker on the end that you had to finger bang this girl at this festival to get the tracker inside of her. Like, there's no other way that you can do this, America.
Quite honestly, I feel like she would say something. I feel like she'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if
right.
some guy, or maybe maybe she wouldn't. Maybe she'd be like, "Oh, well, that's thoughtful that he's using protection, I guess." But at the same time, like what the. But like at the same time, like, who the fuck would use that?
He had to finger the girl. He had to finger her to put a homing beacon on her person. Like every other movie ever has put it on the lapel of a coat. Like, no, this movie
And
you had to
so
finger bang a girl.
this movie is one of those where you kind of remove a lot of just any type of
Thought.
questioning, and just go pretty much just like kind of like backyard playing when you were a kid, and just like a spy movie type thing, you know?
Mhm.
That's basically what this is, and that's why you should just have some fun with it. Because like, yeah, like their excuse for that to further the plot after the finger bang movement is that they're
I'm
able
laughing more
to
in this episode than I did for Sausage Party, by the
they're
way.
that they are now able to track her and hear her, everything that she's saying, and everything around for like what, for like 48 hours they can hear all of this because of
Yeah,
nanotechnology,
because he finger banged her. Like,
because
come on.
he vaginally implanted a tracking device.
So before we
With
continue,
his
Eric,
finger.
this is
And
a
then he
little game.
paused. And then he called his girlfriend ahead of time. That was the story mover. That was the plot point where he had to call his girlfriend on FaceTime and ask her, the princess of wherever the fuck, if it's okay to bang a girl for his job.
That's funny.
Like,
Okay, so every so
I'm sorry, I got the giggles now. I'm sorry.
it's okay. So this is for everybody who's listening. Everybody needs to stop this episode now, go all the way back to the beginning, and every time that Ed says finger bang, you need to pound a beer. You'll be drunk in 5 seconds.
There you go. Find
Every time.
Find a new game.
Every time. I mean, Ed is locked out of the building. But Eric, for you, was it more fun to see Channing Tatum, Halle Berry, or Elton John in this movie?
Well, Elton John, he got the most camera time. I felt like they advertised this movie to have a lot more Channing Tatum,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't get a lot of Channing Tatum. He had a few parts in there that were pretty cool, but for the most part, like, no, we didn't get a whole lot of them, right? We got a lot of what's his name? Pedro Pascal.
Sure.
You know, we didn't get a lot of Jeff Bridges either.
No, we didn't get a lot of Jeff Bridges. So the reason why I asked that is because I was just shocked to see Halle Berry, Elton John, Channing Tatum, and Elton John, Channing Tatum,
Whatever.
and Jeff Bridges. It was just interesting to see all four of those people into a movie, including Julianne Moore. Right? That's just crazy. But since
It's a paycheck
since
movie. It's a quick and easy
yes,
paycheck movie.
since Ed has kind of calmed down, I think we'll get into our overall reviews of it. Ed, is it worth it or not worth it? Kingsman Golden Circle.
Okay, so, I mean, yeah. Everybody knows that I thoroughly enjoyed this film so far. I mean, is it a movie that you should spend, if you're thinking about going to, eat out to eat versus going to the theater, go out to eat. Like, you can have a better time. But like myself having the humor of a 12-year-old boy and loving films that sort of take you out of reality and you don't have to think, it's just mindless. Like, yeah, for somebody like me, it's absolutely worth it. I mean, but overall, I mean, this is a Netflix movie. It's a HBO Go movie. It's a streaming movie. So it depends where you're at in that level. I mean, if I had this, obviously gun to my head saying worth it for me, yes, it's worth it for me. But I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I just wouldn't throw it out. I just wouldn't throw it out there and say, yeah, it's worth it for everybody, because no woman is going to like this movie. Honestly.
Okay. All right.
Why would you say that? Like, I mean, it's a lot of eye candy for ladies in there too. I mean, obviously, there's some
Yeah, I
good-looking
mean,
guys.
they have more than one close up on Channing Tatum's package, and he's in his underwear dancing uncontrollably. But they also had that movie, and it was called Magic Mike.
Well,
Well,
he keeps on going and lives real good in this one.
Well, Eric, I mean, like, you're
And I
next
mean,
to the
we
teenage
don't
girls.
even.
Did they like it?
we didn't even really touch on
making
we didn't really
noises.
touch on a lot of the American Spy Company stuff. Like it's a whiskey company and how rednecky they perceived, made Americans, out to be, and how like the Donald Trump is based. They based the president off of Donald Trump in a lot of ways,
Yeah,
except they made him Southern.
I mean, yeah, I kind of liked it that there was an American part of it too. That was interesting, I guess. But it is a little, whatever. It's a fun part of the story. It's revealing. Care Bears had cousins too,
Nice. Eric, is Kingsman Golden Circle worth it or not worth it?
I think it's worth it, but you know what? Like, I'm in it for the action because the story had a lot of parts you're just like, wait, what the fuck? Roxy dying had no point. Like, that just was dumb. You're gonna build up all this part that you have in the first movie. You're gonna have a little bit of this build that you have, a little bit of flirt and build in this movie, and then just to kill her off. I don't get it. But I would imagine that there's no body, no death, so there's a good chance that we'll see her in Kingsman 3. Just saying, laws of the movie, it's probably going to happen. Same thing happened to Charlie, right? Also, the death of Merlin doesn't seem to fucking add up because
No, right?
they stand on a landmine. When first off, he had a mine detector and I think didn't detect the one. He was right there,
Yeah.
and then he stepped on it, and then Merlin's the one that's gonna take the hit for it. That fucking sucks. First off, you probably
Singing John Denver.
get like a rock or something and put it on that fucking landmine. If it's just pressure sensitive, like the fuck, you can Indiana Jones that shit real easy. Second, you had just said, god damn, that you could probably hack it with something else. I mean, if that thing had like a microchip or something in it because it was remotely activated, which I'm sure it was because Julianne Moore was saying turn them on and off the entire fucking duration of the movie. You have a wristwatch that says you can hack anything with a microchip in it, so you
Oh,
could so you could hack that landmine too. Just saying, that's another part. And also, it didn't need to be like it seemed that they didn't have any trouble fucking taking out 5 guys as they just took out an entire rest of a militia inside of the compound. So I don't think that like sacrificing yourself for this shit, just whatever. It doesn't make any sense. I'm complaining about that, and I'm reading half of what I read online too. So I just it's I'm ranting about that part. Either way, the action was dope because right after that, you get the bread and butter of this movie is when they go into the compound, Julianne Moore's compound, and they just start unleashing. That was some dope
Right?
shit. That
Yeah.
suitcase was on point. That shit was so cool. The way that it was a machine gun, they're rolling through the donut that was rolling through the street or whatever. Just brah, 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 just going, and then it turned out to be a grenade launcher, and then the way he was putting clips in, the way that it turned into the shield, that was real dope, right? Like the
yeah, absolutely.
suitcase, the way it
Yeah.
just turned into that body shield, like all of it was just really fucking cool, and that's why I actually like this movie is for sequences like that. It was really cool. The lasso sequence, the fight scene was really cool. I like that there's a lack of blood. I like that there's 2 meat grinder scenes and there's a complete lack of blood. I think that's it. I think that's in good taste. I think it keeps it kind of comical. I think it keeps
Yeah.
it kind of cartoony almost. So
Hmm.
I like that. Um, I enjoyed this movie. I really did the action sequences. I thought it was cool. This was a 2.5 hour long movie. It was fine. It wasn't like an unbearable 2.5 hours. But I enjoyed the movie. I'd say it's worth it. I would do it. But yeah, I would also agree with it. It's definitely I would watch it again on Netflix for sure when it came on. But support it. I want to see a Kingsman 3.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I would definitely like to see Kingsman 3. I mean, do I think it's really worth it? I mean, guys, this is a dumb action flick. I mean, where I thought that the first one actually had more clout to it, this one just kind of seemed more of a, hey, let's just phone it in. I don't think they're going to do a third one, though, because of the deaths that are in this. I mean, they need Merlin. You know what I mean? So how are they going to do this? But, I mean,
Get a new
overall, the movie,
Merlin.
yeah,
A
get a new
sexy
Merlin.
Merlin. You can get a new actor or something.
So,
Or actress.
uh, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's not bad. It's not bad. But what I tell you, what is awesome though, is checking out movieguyspodcast.com. You like that segue? That
Yeah.
was clever. Right?
Yes.
That was clever. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. Thank you. Check out movieguyspodcast.com. You can find out this episode and many others, and check out movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. Search us on iTunes, search Movie Guys Podcast, and on Twitter at Movie Guys Pod. We have a new episode every week that's released every Thursday, the newest movie reviews. So make sure to check us out every Thursday, and also on the Podbean site, we have other awesome shows that you can check out as well besides just this one. So for Eric and Ed, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll be back next week for another awesome episode. Take care, guys.